Hi everyone, part 2 of the swap item that I created for Jean, and that's the third and last one, and that's a fabric lace book. And that was a real challenge again because I made this one bigger than the one I created for Maggie. I started with this, napkins folded in half, bedding in between, stitched it around, gave it a seam in the oh gosh, I forgot. I gave it a seam allowance in the middle. Let's say it's seam allowance, and that's how it started. As you see, nice and flat. This is what it became. Now, although it took me quite a while to make it because, as I said, it was a challenge, a big one. We had agreed on a theme for the book, and I was to create for Jean a book about angels. Now there are a lot of angel images to be found on Pinterest, and I chose for a guardian angel theme. And as you see here, there's a first guardian angel watching over two children crossing a bridge over a wild river. And this is where all the yumminess starts. There's layers and layers of lace. At least I think I placed enough layers on it. Let's see, on the top, there's this beautiful lace here with the little flowers. And the flowers were accented with little bling pieces. There's another layer of vintage lace. I don't have it anymore because these are pieces that I find in my grab bags. And there's a layer in the back of a crochet lace. This lace I got from Shambalicious, which is closed now. Sorry to hear that, but she had some beautiful laces that I've been hoarding, and well, it was a deal to use in this fabric lace book for Jean. There's here on top a first cluster of flowers. These are beautiful little pink white foam flowers that came from Shambalicious as well. This was actually a flower from a hair clip. Pulled off the clip and used the flower and accented it with some stickles and some diamond dust that I received from Loose. So when the stickles was still wet, I just sprinkled some extra diamond dust on it. Made some fillers with the shabby rosettes. Cut one of the rosettes in half and folded in three and put some stamens in the middle and some ruffled lace here. I've got that idea from Virginia 1468. And then surrounded the beautiful angel image with this lace, ruffled lace, this beautiful gorgeous bridal applique on the side. And when we go down, you see another cluster of flowers. Again, I used the same foam flowers, some Shambalicious. Then on top, this shabby rosette with some eyelash trim. One of my hand crochet doilies underneath here, but it almost got covered. Yeah, you see it a little bit better here. A very big luxurious tail again. I really like to use this lace as dangle lace on flowers. There's this these were cut off from a doily that I received from Martha. She's laces and pearls. And put some bling trim in the middle, here and here, and on the bottom there's just too many laces to mention. There's several layers of dangle lace. There's Battenberg doilies. There's cut-offs of appliques that I used as fillers. There's another vintage doily here. There are little tuck-ins from lace, again the shabby flowers that I used as fillers. There's this beautiful resin flower here from Shambalicious. There's another applique here coming from underneath the flower. And if we go here on the spine, we have a layering of the vintage laces as well. There's 1, 2, 3 also. I don't have anything of this left. I had just a piece that was big enough for the spine. and then finished it off at the bottom with this shabby rosette with an applique and a flat back pearl, and also here a bridal applique, and I accented the little dots with some bling centers. And as we go to the back, I kept the back simple. There's the original material of the book, but then covered with lace, with this beautiful mesh lace, and just put one large applique in this direction here, and the pearls came with the applique. I just added extras, the little bling pieces on here, and on the side you see this lace here. There's this vintage lace here, there's this vintage lace here. This is a more modern lace that I layered twice, but I just offset it, and this is I think already from the other page. And in the corner, to finish it off, the beautiful corner and to give it a nice finish, I layered some flower appliques, the dangle flower appliques, with a flower applique, a little doily center, and a flat back pearl. And I tucked another pearly applique in the background. So that was the front and the back, and here's also one, two, there's 2 layers here. Now if we go to the next pages, there's if we go on top here, there's this beautiful lace that I received from Mary Hill in a rack. So thank you, Mary. It's really looked beautiful on this page. This is a cutoff from a vintage doily. I just used it twice, but again offset it, and it really gives a nice effect. And then here, finished here, this beautiful braid that I found in one of my vintage hunts. It's a vintage Chinese braid. And underneath there, but almost got covered, is another lace here. Here you see another beautiful image of a guardian angel watching over children, picking some flowers near a river. I surrounded the image with this lace here, flower lace, and did put some doodah flowers on the side here. And then you see an applique, bridal applique here, and a bridal applique here. Here I put one of my multi-layered crochet flowers, but I made it with with more layers than usual, so 2, 4, 10, 6 layers, and the flowers crocheted in one piece. The little bling came from Shabalicious. Again, this the tail with the flower, dangly flowers. There's another bridal applique here, and on the side there's this vintage eyelet lace and this vintage lace here. This is what I showed you, and this is another lace here. That was in from my stash. And then underneath the dangle laces, I'm going to show you from this side, is you see a row of tattered flower lace, and I accented the flowers in the middle with some bling. And underneath there is this beautiful vintage tassel braid. And the next page, yes, you will find bridal appliques almost on every page, because I think they do add to fabric lace books. The lace continues on both pages, but in the background I added this doily here, which you see a piece here. Then there's a top and bottom, this beautiful lace that I got from Shabalicious, as well as this beautiful trim, sequined trim that came from Shabalicious. Then there are the bridal appliques. As I said in the previous videos, they came either from Florence H or from Lynn Kent. I think these are mainly from Lynn. She does sell beautiful bridal appliques. This is a cut off from a lace left over, and I used it in the background of the image. And then there's again an image of the guardian angel watching over a girl holding a basket and crossing over a very dangerous bridge over wild water. and added a little dangle flower angel here, just to add a little detail. And here there's a layering of this vintage lace here, 2 layers, and again offset it. Now if you want a good idea how to create a fabric lace book, Michelle Pipeling did a good tutorial, and Irene Seriously Scrapping is doing a series of how to make a fabric lace book as well. I'll link both ladies down below. The middle of the book, this beautiful guardian angel again with the 2 little girls. This is a more pinkish page. A rosette flower with this beautiful black flat back pearl. Made again these tuck flowers. I really like that. And surrounded the image with this creamy colored and gold colored lace that I found in one of my vintage hunts. Put here and there some rosette flowers. I dyed this applique with some distress ink from Tim Holtz, and here a dangle flower lace again, just to give the corner a nice finish. And I forgot to show you the top. So the top is this beautiful Shabalicious lace. Then this is lace from my stash, some vintage lace. Down here at the sides, this is from the previous page, so you'll see also this beautiful Shabalicious lace. This is this lace here too. I used a lot of laces from Lily's store, and these were laces from my stash. The dangle laces here accented the flowers with some beautiful little flat back pearls. And underneath there you see also lace that came from, yes, again from Lily's store. I did finish the front and the back when I glued the pearls here. I also glued pearls in the back to finish it, so they're on both sides. And underneath here there's a beautiful tassel trim that I found also in one of my hunts. Didn't found much, I think it was just 2 meters, so I've been hoarding this one for quite a while, but I think it was fitted quite nicely here. The spine in the middle, there's a vintage doily covering the spine this way and this way, and then there's a applique flower on top here with this little applique flower and a flat back pearl. There's this beautiful applique lace from Mel's Craft Boutique, and then there's another a little crochet flowers that I cut off from a doily. Applique flower, flat back pearl. Down in the middle again the dangle flower lace, applique flower, flat back lace. And as we go to the second page, this one is a little bit more simple. I used a little quote or saying that says, "My guardian angel, I love my guardian angel. He gives me strength and hope, protects me when I'm fearful, sends courage to help me cope. He stands with me when I'm lonely and lifts me when I'm low, holds my hand when I'm poorly. When I need him, he just knows. I thank my guardian angel for being forever by my side, my friend, my rock, my comfort, my hero and my guide." I found this quote so beautiful that I had to include this in the book. It is obviously a quote from Mary Jack, and came from A Pocket Full of Comfort. Surrounded the image with lace from Mel's Craft Boutique. This lace here accented the berries with some blingy pieces again. One of my favorite laces from Mel's Craft Boutique. Just folded up a doily, vintage doily here, covered it up with also appliques from Mel's Craft Boutique, and I really like this with the silver touches. Then there's here and there, as you see again, my doodad flowers, and little beads. Beadwork that says friend, that refers actually, yeah, again to the guardian angel. And there we go to the last 2 pages. There's this more greeny looking page, and that's why I left the mesh on these rosette trim, just to cover it a bit and soften down the colors. If we see the book here, there's the rosette flowers. There's again this vintage trim here that I need to glue a little bit better down, and I will do that. And then there's a layer of this lace twice, again offsetted. At the bottom I kept it this time more simple. There's this crochet lace just once, then there's this lace, then there's this beautiful trim here, and there's a layer here which you don't see much on this side, you'll see it more on the other side. Behind the image there are some more laces, some half flowers that were cut somewhere. There's this beautiful large bridal applique flower. There's a doily tucked in the back. This is not a flower that I made, it's a flower that I got from Florence H. It came like this, but it fitted quite nicely in the book. So thank you, Florence. I get to use it. Not for myself, but for somebody else. But I hope you don't mind. And there's more of these. I'm gonna see, because there is some coming loose, and I will glue these down. I'm gonna have to glue these down later on. There's this applique, and there's more appliques here, more appliques here, and on the bottom there's again a layering of doilies and dangle trims and tassel trim, same as on the other side, but I offset it. And there's one coming off somewhere. Oops, I will have to glue it, my glue gun is on. On this side I created just a simple pocket page, and here you see the lace on top a little bit better. It's also a vintage lace, and on the sides again a layering of several laces. Again the applique, a crocheted flower with dangles, this vintage doily to create a pocket, and I finished it off with the same lace as at the top of the book. Used a little bow flower, a soft pink flower with some diamond dust, and this little tassel, and I tucked some gifts in the pocket. I crocheted this little angel. Actually it was just one, but I crocheted 2, and I crocheted them together and stuffed it a little bit with some stuffing. So if she likes it, she can use it either on the project or maybe hang it in her Christmas tree. Like that. I hope you liked it. And I also tucked in the pocket a little scented soap in this sachet here, and in the shape of an angel. And that's it, ladies and gents. So that's the whole of my book. Let me know what you think. It's my first very big fabric lace book. I did create a small one for Maggie, but this one is the first time that I created such a big lace book. And yeah, I hope you like it, Jean. I really enjoyed creating these projects. Let me know what you think, ladies and gents, and thank you all for watching and commenting. Bye.